Oh, I haven't said anything yet. I just wanted to let you see the intro in double speed. Greetings, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys doing? So let's see, who is here already? Who is here already? I hope you guys are doing well today. So, greetings to you, Groblik, Krillipon, Yagabot, Faceman Alex, Blessed Dragoon, Ghost Eye, Rough, Azinity, Moon Chaos, Vitorus, Lunicloud, Quadlight, Zoom Waffle, South Side Hair, Naline, and Brain in Black. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm not talking at 200% speed. Honestly, this will mess me up enough already that this is going to be 200% speed. I've played... So here's a weird thing. I've played yesterday for about a minute or two just in double speed, so I would figure out whether it actually works properly or whether I need to adjust something. And it completely messed with my brain. Like, I was watching a few Zelda Key Sanity randomizers afterwards, and for a while I couldn't hear the proper theme from Zelda Link to the Past. I literally still was in the mindset of this theme must be double speed for the music. So it was really weird. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is another one of the suggestions that was made by you guys. And, well, enough people voted for it, so we are going to be doing a glitchless run. I wouldn't call it a speed run, although it's double speed. And we need a name for the boy here. This is going to be terrible, one way or another, but also quite interesting. So yeah, this is double speed, glitchless run. Same rules applies to the glitchless, it's just twice the speed for everything. And this will be really weird. Also, Lunicloud, congratulations to your win. Alright, I actually don't know that one, Lunicloud. I feel like that's from a different region. Brainwreck percent? Yeah, pretty much. This run will break my brain. Yeah, it's going to be interesting because how am I going to get through the ice country? Probably very slowly. Or getting destroyed rather quickly. Boy. I like that actually, it's just kind of boy. Alright, I'm going to run with this. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be really weird. Someone actually mentioned about the timer is not running in double speed. That would have been a nice touch. But at the same time, I feel like that's confusing enough already. Let's get this going, ladies and gentlemen. In 3, 2, 1, let's move. We will need a name for the lady, and we will need a name for the sprite too. So, how do we do this? Well, this is BitHawk emulator, which allows us to literally just set the game to double speed. Luchajin, thank you for the good luck and I appreciate the 100 bits. Greetings to you, welcome. And greetings to you, Mr. Tanu. Hope you're doing well. And Atheist, greetings to you. Thank you for the good luck. So yeah, this is going to be really weird. So, as you can see, everything is double speed, and this is how it's supposed to be for the rest of the game. By the way, can I actually hear the game? It might be a bit quiet on my end. Might be a result of it being double speed. Gordon Sprite, we only have 6 characters for the name, so it's not going to quite happen. Oh god. Maybe I shouldn't be running. This is going to be so weird. There's also a 4x speed option, by the way. But I'm pretty sure this should only be double speed. Let me actually double check whether this is actually double speed. Speed skip, 200%. Yep. girl would work for that girl, I guess so. Hey Zoltana, welcome. How are you doing? Someone needs to be named Go Fast and Turbo. Alrighty, those sound nice. So this is going to be super weird because I'm just moving so stupidly fast. So initially, in this area here, you literally can't die. As in, if you die, you just respawn at the entrance and you get revived. So this is going to be quite something. Like, the cutscenes are nice and quick, oh boy. But good luck on making those little turns. So right now it's not too bad, enemies don't deal that much damage. But soon enough, enemies will deal way more damage. However, that also kind of means in turn that certain grinding spots might become viable just purely because it's double speed. I might actually grind some wolves in Eleni's forest if we get there. Also here, I'm going to use a separate strategy for this guy here. I'm just going to stay over here. If I stay in this corner, Mantis Hunter will always keep jumping. This is the casual strat, so to speak. He just keeps jumping and I just keep hitting him. I don't think I can handle the boss here any other way. Spike-Hip Tiger will be a real nightmare, honestly. I may want to try and figure out how to get all the equipment properly before I get anywhere. Don't level on Rabbites, not like 300% goblins will be hard to kill. The thing is, Rabbites give 1 experience. Goblins give like 10 or 12. Just 1 goblin is worth way more than a Rabbite. Even the flowers would be significantly better. What did you smoke? I'm not sure. What did you smoke? Good to see you, Newster, and thank you for the host, Blessed Dragoon. You love that winning animation, it's pretty special. So, this is going to be something. Thank you for the host, Lethlin, appreciate that. Alrighty, here we go. I think I'm just going to kill enemies instead of trying to avoid them in general. Well, depends on whether that's safer or not. I wouldn't necessarily call it safer in this case. I'm actually going to recruit the lady into my party immediately rather than getting her from the werewolves. Because I feel like the werewolf battle is going to be monstrous. So I talked with one of the guards, which will trigger the goblin cutscene where the boy gets kidnapped. And that should allow me to get the lady in Pandora rather than later on with the werewolves. So I will go to Pandora and recruit her to my party before I go anywhere else. That's the current plan. He smashes those chests open so fast, I went. Probably. Which one do I think is more entertaining, a solo girl or solo boy? Both have their own merits. Solo girl actually in the end is going to be faster and simpler overall, because you also have a more diverse gameplay style, whereas Solo Boy is just kind of rough overall. And it's more or less straightforward, it's more RNG reliant. Not too bad, but yeah, I don't really have much of a preference. I've done plenty of Solo Girl runs, really. Alrighty, just saving over the first one here. So I will be making lots of safety saves. I don't even bother saving and resetting because I feel like I'm faster doing this. Should I bother leveling up the spear? Probably to level 3 in the end. Alrighty. Just kill all the enemies. Because that's probably going to be safer. There we go. That's great. Oh right, I get kidnapped. I forgot about this already. Hey local host, welcome. How are you doing? Please, Sultana. Glitchless fängt gleich an. There's the mushroom. Bye, mushroom. Oh, this thing has 2 low damage rolls. That's less than ideal. Ah! Alright. Wait. I needed to recruit the lady from the thingy. I'm a derp. Wrong way. On the bright side, I do remember most of the enemy locations, so that's nice. I'm not even going to bother running for the most part, like, unless I know there's an exact long stretch like here. It seems rather difficult to control dashing and running, for that matter. Whee! Backwards run. Hey lady, how are you doing? So we need a name for the lady, ladies and gentlemen. People said go fast. Is that what you would like to go for? You're home from work today. Oh, welcome home. By the way, Sultan, I don't blame you for thinking that. But, please, maybe a bit more subtle in chat. Go fast? Alright, we go fast. Which makes sense, because lady is fast. Go fast. As in go. Is what she's normally named. Go fast. Alright, there we go. So, the main reason why I recruit her into my party already now. By the way, I haven't really planned on what I'm doing. Or how I'm approaching various areas. I'm just going to do this on the fly. Essentially, the reason why I recruit her right now, rather than later getting from the werewolves, is because this is probably a lot safer. I'm going to give her the spear here. This is probably a lot safer. Oh goodness. The Mexican runner is now raiding and hosting you with a ton of people. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. How are you guys doing? We are currently playing Seeker of Mana, a challenge gauntlet where I do a different challenge every day. Today is a glitchless run with double speed, which is kind of ridiculous to do. So ladies and gentlemen from the Mexican Runner's channel, welcome, how are you doing? And I'm already dying here. This is kind of a crazy thing here. How are you guys doing? And Mr. TMR, thank you so much for the host and welcome everybody. I hope you are having a good time so far. And Eska, thank you so much for subscribing. Half a year, 6 ROMs in a row. Welcome back. And I'm glad you enjoy your stay. I feel so compelled to just talk and say stuff so fast. It's so weird. Ah. So, alrighty, we're just trying to not die here. I think that is the main goal overall. So this is just the beginning of the game. For anyone who does not know this game, this is Seeker of Mana, which will soon get a remake for Steam and PS Vita and PlayStation 4. And we are just kind of playing this game in preparation for the remake. Essentially, every day a different type of Seeker of Mana challenge. We are currently on day 8. So yeah, thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, anyone who does not know the Mexican Runner, he's an amazing guy who is incredibly good at video games as a speedrunner. He speedruns stuff like Contra, Battletoads, which are both rather difficult games overall, but also Cuphead. He has, I believe, most of the records. I actually haven't kept track of that, to be completely honest. But recently got a ton of co-op records with the second placed person, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to save here before we go on. Wait a second, I need to actually get the lady to the statues, otherwise she is not going to come with me into the area down here. Either way, I'm trying to not die here. And yes, I'm playing this real time. Oh, what? Why are you here? Don't kill them, please. So this is rather difficult overall, because it's so easy to die in Seeker of Mana, since you can't get stun locked and killed by enemies without being able to do anything, and normally you just try to straight up avoid those kinds of situations from occurring. But, well, with double speed that's kind of difficult at times. Come on, lady. I actually need to focus quite a bit on this run here. Alrighty. Just hitting this guy. Those things have 60 HP. I deal with a normal damage roll, 20 damage. This is convenient. Oh, missed. They also run away if you are too close to them, which is... interesting. There we go. Thank you, lady. So right now, this is going to be glitchless run, which means no money glitch, no shenanigans, no... Pretty much, we're trying to run this game as much intended, or as intended as possible. So I'm just kind of running through here, trying to gather some money, because I will need more armor than usual. Normally in glitchless you run around with pretty much no equipment for the longest amount of time, because you just don't have enough money for that. Alrighty, I needed to interact with those statues, because if I don't, the lady actually will not join us into Gaia's Novel, which is the area just on the other side. So I want to have enough money to buy proper equipment for all of our cactus here before we move on. So I probably need to grind a little bit. So also, if I missed something in chat, feel free to repeat it. I apologize, because this just kind of requires a lot of attention, and it's so easy to die in this game. Actually, speaking of AI... menus are too fast. Speaking of AI, I probably want her to attack on her own volition rather than... AI control cactus are probably better at this game than me right now. Normally, you are just kind of making fun of AI control cactus because they are rather questionable on how good or not so good they are, but right now, if I set them to the correct settings, they might actually be better than me. Well, never mind this. The lady just decides to attack from way too far away. This is a problem Silent Zetsu 3 also has as well, some may recall. Although she just doesn't find a good angle to attack from. Sometimes anyways. Alright, good hit. I don't even know what those things drop. Punch gloves, well, it's a 50-50 chance to have any chest be a trap. Level 5, that's nice. Alright, we're going to save again. Save, yes please. Ooh. Happy birthday. I should probably control the lady myself, because air control characters are terrible with spears. They just stand too far away. What if I make the boy attack himself? Oh. Well, they are not too much better with the sword, just purely because... yeah, they run into enemies. That's kind of the main problem with control characters and swords. They just walk up too close before they start hitting. So I have to control the boy here specifically. Oh. Oh, whoops. Alrighty, I don't have enough money to revive the boy here with Cups of Witches, so I just need to redo this myself. Alrighty. I just run through here now. Maybe it's going to work. Alright, that works fine. I'm just going... so certain enemies you can just repeatedly hit until they are dead. Or, well, specifically until... yeah, until they are dead, really. Oh, whoops, lady. Let's get rid of this bat first. Basically, I repeatedly attack here with the boy. He doesn't deal much damage, but the lady will deal damage eventually. And that way we keep the enemy basically crowd controlled. And they're no longer an issue after we come back here. Those here, I want to attack with full force, which means I need to wait until I can attack. Then look at a low damage roll. They are crowd controlled for less long in comparison, so that's bad. I need to have a full damage hit there. Alrighty. So far we're doing not too bad. Alright, that works. Nice. Alrighty, here, this guy. I need to get... Oh shoot, the lady is blocking me. Nice, we got them. So they can drop 28 gold or trap. Unfortunately, it's a trap this time. It's a 50-50. Oh, getting past those guys is going to be a nightmare. Ah! Right, we're past. Oh boy. Please don't kill the lady now. To be fair, we can just go to the inn and sleep and the lady gets revived, so it's not too bad. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Alright. She has 7 HP. It's not a whole lot if you ask me. Oh, I messed up. Alright, we are out of here. We managed to get through. This is... I will need to update the 100% definition. It will be slightly different, but it's going to be a thing. So, I need a power wrist for the boy. I needed to buy a helmet for the lady. To buy a helmet for the boy here. Helmet for the sprite. Power wrist for the lady. And I can't afford this one. I can afford this one for the lady though. Alrighty. We need at least 100 gold left over in order to complete the mini quests in this area here. Alright, she doesn't have a helmet. She gets the chain vest. The boy gets the other stuff. This requires so much focus. I figured I would be able to talk a little bit more to you guys specifically. Looking forward to 200% casting speed. Yeah, that will be something. Probably should buy some candy and such. And I will probably also want to... grind some more before we move on, so I have a third power wrist for the sprite. So the power wrist increases your strength by 5, which for the boy is essentially the equivalent of him leveling up about 9 to 10 times. For the sprite and the lady, it's actually more like 15 to 20 times leveled up. Alrighty. Let's buy some candy here. Candy allows us to recover 100 HP every time we use it. We can only have a maximum of 4, so we are quite limited in that respect. Even though they are rather cheap, we are limited. So, I wanted to sleep to recover our HP here. So I didn't quite buy the maximum amount of stuff we could. And here we go. This is going to be the first boss, Tropic Hollow. Normally you just try to hit him as soon as he unburrows, but this might be really difficult with the timing right now. Let's see, fruit salad, where are you? Alright, I'm okay with this. Tropic Hollow burrows down again. If the lady dies, it's not too bad. I do have enough control with the boy, so it's alright. I actually prefer this guy, just unburrowing every time I hit him. Normally, this is a time loss in a speedrun, you don't want that. You try to have him, or hit him twice every time he's around. But in this case, I don't mind, because it allows me to have more time to react and prepare for the next attack. Alrighty. That was actually not too bad. Not too bad. We got reasonably well through. So the sprite currently will have... Actually, he does not have an accessory. We can give him a helmet already, so he takes a bit less damage. So, how many goblin kills do I need? Please name the little sprite. Alrighty, what do we... We wanted to name the sprite Turbo, because this is kind of fitting. So, the sprite, I will want to... The boomerang is actually good for a weapon. It doesn't deal much damage. Menus, please. I tried to close the menu, but I opened it accidentally once again. So, the boomerang doesn't do much damage, but AI control characters are terrible at attacking overall. So I kind of want him to stay away and just throw the boomerang whenever. No, I don't want to stay. So I need 150 more gold in order to have the sprite level up. Also, I will want to try and have the lady level up too. And I'll have the lady equip the axe. Let's see whether the axe is better than the spear. So we need to save. And my current plan is to just kill the bats outside here. The bats are not too terribly dangerous overall, and you can just stack damage on top of them without too much trouble. This might be my best bet for killing enemies reliably. I don't even know what they drop. Well, they drop a trap. 50% of the time, so far we have lost 3 50-50s. The chests we did open, I'm pretty sure they couldn't contain a trap anymore because we were high enough level with the boy for him to clear the threshold. And hey Dracorius, thank you for the good luck. Or have fun, I guess, in this case. But I can only imagine the Sonic jokes so far. I haven't read any, but that might just be because I didn't manage to read chat so far. Well, more bombs. So yeah, those two bats are probably my best bet right now. Let me actually see real quick. How much money do we have? 179. This is enough for the sprites thingy. We need a little bit more for the lady's helmet. I believe she needs 110 for the hairband. So here's a basic thing that some people may not know about. Actually, I may want to also buy armor for the boy and the sprite, I just realized. So here's a basic thing a lot of people may not know about. Essentially, whenever you don't have anything equipped in any of the item slots, your evasion just doesn't work properly. What evasion normally does for you is it determines whether the enemy lands a high or a low damage roll on you. It's not actually whether you get hit or not, for player characters anyways. So essentially, when you are missing one piece of equipment, the enemy has a really high chance of just landing a high damage roll. What you normally see enemies doing is actually low damage rolls, most of the time against player characters. It did. Oh, I guess Go Fast is kind of a Sonic reference, isn't it? That's true. Candy won't fit. Alrighty, at least I know that those things drop candies now. So, the reason why I continue grinding here just now is because I realized Spiky Tiger is going to be a ginormous difficulty to defeat. Because I can't reliably do my current strategies anyways, since it requires very specific timing for actions, and I don't know whether I can pull that off on double speed. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to grind a bit more money in order to gain access to the armor that upgrades that are here in the Dwarven Village for the sprite and the boy. The lady has a chain vest already. She could technically get a ninja suit or kung fu suit, but that is too expensive for my taste and we don't necessarily need it. So we have 479 gold. We need 260 plus 260 plus 150 gold total. Plus what, however much the lady needs. Also, the levels will help us quite a bit as well, in order to not die immediately against the upcoming section. So I feel like this is a good way to approach this next area. Soon enough we will get destroyed no matter what kind of armor we have, plus we will almost certainly not be able to afford good armor, so we'll just have to avoid getting hit. But specifically against Spiky Tiger, I don't really have much of a choice. So this will be difficult to say the least. Oh, you didn't hit it, lady. Some chair experience incoming. I actually am afraid of chairs right now. Those things can get out of hand so easily. Although I can do the same trick as I did with the bats, just repeatedly hit them with my main character for low damage, but they will stay crowd controlled. And the AI control characters would eventually take them down with their higher roll damage. So that would be an option. But if those thingies get out of control, it would be no fun to say the least. Alright, we should have a sufficient amount of money at this point. Let's go. I could also try to upgrade the spear, I just realized. But I think I'm okay with this for now. Alrighty. So, this is the one I want. Spiky suit for the boy and the sprite. And another power wrist for the lady. So Spiky's suit has a substantial amount more defense compared to what we currently have on the sprite and the boy. Actually the sprite has 7 defense with his basic armor. I didn't realize it was that high. Alright, we can save at Nico. In fact, what we can do is the magic rope is slightly faster. Alrighty, we are ready to tackle the Spiky Tiger, kind of. We do have proper equipment and stuff. We will still kill enemies along the way. The lady needs a hairband to increase her defense, or more specifically evasion, as mentioned before. The hairband, I believe, only gives you 1 defense, but because of how evasion works, it results in her usually taking about 10, 15, 20 less damage from enemy attacks, rather than just 1. I'll also have to do a little grinding session for secondary weapons. I'm not going to be able to keep track of those during those sections here, and I'd rather just stick to the sword of the boy. This is the easiest one to manage. Stop hitting me! Oh my goodness. No, lady, stop! Actually, the sprite has enough range to kill those guys from further away, which is nice. Nice, very nice actually. Okay, that should be gold, I think. It's nice, because we just needed that, in fact. No, we didn't, we had enough money. So here, hairband for the lady, it's twice the price because it's nickel. But I'm okay with this right now. You also buy some basic chocolate. Lady, you get hair equipment. It's actually 3 defense. I guess the bandana was 1. Save. Spiky Tiger will be investing? Yes, that's why I grinded to get the appropriate amount of equipment here before we move on. So the sprite has the boomerang. And thanks to the sprite actually having power wrist, he deals a decent amount of damage to it, which is nice. So the sprite is basically a ranged attacker for now. I'm also killing more enemies because I will want to buy Cups of Wishes for backup, I will want to buy all the kinds of things for backups and such, so this will be quite necessary. Okay, that was actually pretty easy. I could have grinded here, that would have probably been faster. Although the path to here and back might have been the longer one in the end. Okay, let's go guys. So I need to have the lady go over here. Also, I want the boy to be attacking as well. So air control characters will probably be able to react better to enemies in general than me at this point. Or soon anyways. Maybe not yet. So the bee actually does not deal any damage to us right now because we do have appropriate amounts of armor. This will be interesting. When we start meeting the wolves and the werewolves. The main reason why I even got the lady early is because I didn't want to deal with 2 mandatory werewolf encounters. This one here. It's probably going to be simple enough to avoid for now. Right, stop. Stop being so complicated and awkward, please. There we go. Alrighty. Also, the sprite should be able to take care of this guy over there. I may want to have the boy use the boomerang in this case, actually, now that I think about it. Just because he deals more damage, significantly more damage than the sprite. Because he has a bit higher base strength, he has more levels. Don't deal with those guys, please. By the way, when pygmy characters are always aggressive, Moogle characters are always passive compared to enemies. So I actually want to deal with those guys through the gate rather than straight up, I think. That seems safer overall. Yeah, actually, this isn't too bad. It's a bit of a mess to get started, but chairs we can deal with reasonably well by just me spamming the attack here with the boy. And if we are stupid lucky, we get a rare drop, which is unlikely. Haha, that's not a rare drop. Pretty common drop to get poisoned. Oh, shoot. Alright, let's move on before I mess up too much here. I'm really glad we bought proper equipment. Okay, this is going to be difficult. Many buffers? Where are you? I think just killing them instead of trying to get past is the way to go. Thanks to our decent defense, we actually don't immediately die. Nice, we managed to take care of them. Maybe the wolves wouldn't have been that bad after all. But we got it. Nice, nice, nice. So first of all, we need to go ahead and buy chocolate. All the candy we can get, all the medical herbs. Alrighty. We technically have enough money for a royal jam. I hope I don't need it. I'm going to grind a little bit on the werewolves, because I'm going to probably need more fairy walnuts than usual. So this is going to be a little bit of a time investment here. But I also hope to get a couple of wishes from the werewolves, since those would be incredibly valuable. I wonder, if I have my AI control characters aggressive, can I just go back here? They take care of the ice spy. I can take care of the wolves. The answer is kind of yes. The sprite is a bit awkward with that. Agrees to you, play polite. Welcome. Hope you have a great time too. So this kind of works. This is actually pretty reasonably quick. Quicker than what I've done before. Well, even without double speed. Cup of wishes. Awesome. Okay, we try this again. Hope that the sprite and the lady don't die this time around. My basic plan is to just get enough money to have a fairy walnut in our store, and also, most importantly, cups of wishes for a while. Moogles, by the way, seem to last a really long time. It's only double speed, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Let me also check real quick. Did I level up the boomerang by now? I did, already. So this will not serve as a secondary weapon. Alrighty. However, what we are going to be doing here, I'm going to heal the lady. I'm going to buy one more candy. Actually, I also want to buy... No, we are fine with Cups of Wishes. As long as I played well, I should not need an additional Cups of Wishes. Save? Yes, please. Thank you very much. Let's go. No, Sprite! Don't do that. Just want to go through here without getting hit, preferably. Nice. Boyle reaches level 10. It's kind of what I was hoping for, honestly. And here, what I want is the Sprite to level up too now. So the basic reason is, this is the cheapest heal I can get. Just kind of having the Sprite level up rather than him being anything else, so to speak. There. Oh. No, that was the lady. I see. Come on, Sprite, you should level up soon, I'm pretty sure. No? Oh. Weapon skill up. Sword reaches level 2 already. Wow. Alright. That's interesting. I really expected this Sprite to level up there. On the bright side, we will have more money for more fairy walnuts after we're done here. And this is most likely an easier grind, or a more reliable grind, rather than the fishes or the goblins later. There we go, okay. So this should serve us well. I'm going to give the Sprite the... What do I give you, buddy? I'm going to give him the spear. This should deal more damage overall. The boy will deal the most damage. Okay. Holding down left will allow me to deal the most damage. Will allow me to not get hit. I think I want the Sprite to not get hit, and then feed him to the spiky while AI Control Cactus take care of the enemies, of the damage. Let's do this. Wish me luck, this is going to be interesting. So just holding on left. If I'm not quick enough, I can actually make a second character. Be fine with this too. Alright. I need to heal the Sprite. And also I want to get the... I'd like to get the bow from the Sprite here. Okay. Lady's almost dead, but that's okay. Bow. Kind of don't want the boy to be engulfed in flames, preferably. Here. The guy with the bow again. Lady's almost dead. Okay, the Sprite got hit there, that's okay. Lady got hit there, that's less than okay. So I want to heal the lady here. Actually, Candice should be good enough. Okay, he comes back down. Now, I need to rearrange my weapons properly again. After Sprite get eaten. Lady getting eaten too is fine. Oh shoot. Alrighty, that was lucky. He could have immediately gone the other direction of this. Oh, the Sprite is getting hit. He will die if I don't heal him here. I'd like to get the bow. Does the boomerang work too? It actually works too, interesting. I thought the boomerang didn't work on the right side. Maybe that's the left side. Alrighty, we got him. Nice. Thanks to the armor, we actually didn't have much of a problem. This was significantly easier than I hoped it would be. As long as you get all the equipment that you can get at this point. This boss is really not too much of a problem. Greetings to you, T-Potion. Welcome. How's it going? Well, fast, but it works. That's a lot of money. A lot more money than I usually have, anyways. I like the sprite on the boomerang, actually. Hi. Just the fight seemed to be more hectic at this speed. I actually opened and closed the menu just to see what is happening and what I should do next. So basically, menu buffers. Let's see whether I can actually do proper strategies at double speed. Yep, die. So this should be monies. Not chest, I don't care right now. Should I keep the whip on the boy? Yeah, let's try to get this done here. This worked surprisingly well. Just now. Killing those fish, I mean. I expected to have a lot more trouble with those fish. Nice. And I actually don't really want AI control characters to attack this thing right now. So I'm going to set them back onto passive. Because it will be way easier for me to control the fight that way. I guess for the first phase I could have let them stay on that. But this will be over quick enough anyways. Alrighty. And there we go. Now it just hit it. Cheat code challenge? Yeah, I do take requests. If you have any interesting ideas for a challenge run or something like that, or an interesting run, or something that might not be difficult but would be interesting, feel free to suggest those, because we will probably need 1 or 2 more suggestions for what kind of challenge runs you want to do for the near future. Great to see you, Multic. Welcome. How are you doing? Also, once again, if you'd like me to respond, please add my name in chat. That way I will be able to see your message properly. Because it's rather difficult to focus on the game so much and then read chat as well. I'm a slow reader too, so that doesn't help. "50% run? No, I don't do a 50% run. I'm sorry. We could technically do a PAL run, or the PAL version, where I try to narrate it in French or something like that. But PAL is already aggravating, because it's just 50 FPS instead of 60. 50% speed glitch run? No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. And yes, your suggestion was taken, and it was voted to be the top one. And yes, we will play the remake when it's released. So, ladies and gentlemen, for anyone who has joined us, we are currently basically having the Seeker of Mana Challenge Gauntlet. Also, I need you guys to start attacking him. This is the Seeker of Mana Challenge Gauntlet. So what that basically means is that we are currently just playing through Seeker of Mana with various different challenges of various different difficulties. What that means is, well, we've done runs with glitchless speedruns, no items from vendors, as in no item buying at all. Glitchless hard mode hack, speedrun or run, which took 13.5 hours. We've done Seeker of Mana related stuff like Legend of Mana 12-hour challenge, Seiken Densetsu 3, which is basically Seeker of Mana 2, run through the game. Okay, timing the spells isn't too bad. And we have done a backwards controller, we have done 2 controller speedrun attempts that worked actually pretty well. We actually got a new record yesterday. So there's many different things you can do with this game, to say the least. Various challenges, if you have any ideas, feel free to post them. Currently in the straw poll we still have the solo character challenge for the boy and the lady. The solo character challenge for the sprite is a special challenge that could be unlocked if people are interested in that. Yeah, basically this is the challenge gauntlet. We are celebrating Seeker of Mana. Whether the remake is going to be any good or not, we don't know. We hope it's going to be good. But regardless of that, for us, or for a lot of us, the original is where a lot of fond memories lie, and, well, we'll see how that's going to work out for us. How's 300% speed? Your feelings with this run? Right now it's not too bad. I feel like I've adapted and adjusted without too much trouble so far, but we'll see how this is going to go in the near future. Alright, I'm going to buy 2 fairy walnuts here, which are incredibly expensive, but the only way we can get magic regeneration items at this point. Soon there will be basically no such thing as just having too good gear for the place where we are at the point. Solar Spring Beak Challenge. We could do this after this run here. I assume this is not going to take the entire stream length, but that's an interesting one. I like that, Crow. You'll probably have to give me an outline of the route, because I don't remember it anymore, to be completely frank. And yeah, I'm going to upgrade the boomerang here. I actually technically never lost a 1-player 2 controller record. I just improved it, so it's both a PB and a record. A race with another streamer. 2 times music hurts your ears. It's pretty special, to say the least. So I need to cast 1 more spell for the sprites to level up Andini. So Andini is leveled up. The sprite should be able to take out the Fire Gigas without any trouble, all by himself. We just need to be able to get through there. But in this case, I'm going to have the lady cast Frost Saber on everybody. That way we'll hopefully be able to get past enemies. Does no buying also count for Smith? No, he's basically upgrading rather than us buying, so we were allowed to upgrade stuff. Okay, can go through. Lady, we don't want the snowman, thank you. Alright, so far so good. I think air control cactus turning enemies into snowman actually works out surprisingly well there. Alrighty, and what I'm going to be doing here, I'm actually going to tell the lady to cast this again. This is actually not something you would usually do, curiously enough. So I think I'm going to use the whip here on the boy. Oh nice, there's no goblin on the left side. That means we have an easier entrance through here. Or exit, I guess. Lost it. Alrighty, we have arrived. I think we should be able to just straight up go. That was surprisingly painless to run through the Earth Temple here. Good morning, Danny Mobile. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. We kind of had a confusion run already with a backwards controller, which is more difficult than upside down or the other types, whatever you want to call them. And there we go. Fire goes down. One player, two controllers has where like the D-pad control on the face buttons on controller 2 had the D-pad of control 1 face buttons. I'm not I think that should be possible. I'm not sure how you would implement this properly though. Like... Well, I mean, I'm playing currently an emulator, so that's a thing. With this farming, some enemies wouldn't be that tedious. Yeah, actually, double speed farming is kind of reasonable overall. So that's the one big plus, to say the least. Save your game, yes please. Alrighty, I think what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to level up Gnome and Undine on Tomato Man. Because they will have a potential for me to get fairy walnuts. And running over there and back is not nearly as painful if you are at double speed right now. Come on, late ass right. Trying to do the same movements as I normally do. The nice thing is, normally in Glitchless, everything will still hurt you because you don't have proper armor. But since we upgraded already, this is a whole lot simpler. Mana Fortress and Taradas Music double speed, oh boy. On player 3 controller? We've done that before. It was kind of awkward. I mean, if we are running out of challenges in the end for straw poll voted, we could do on player 3 controller run again. But I would prefer not to. My hands were not so happy about that one. Alright. I say basically I'm just going to have the sprite. Kill those guys. Oh my goodness, we get a fairy walnut, that's ridiculous. I mean, it's a 1 in 16 chance to get a chest drop from those guys here. It's not that rare, but... it is pretty rare. With that we should be covered overall. I will need to level up Undine as well, however, still anyways, regardless of how we are going to be doing. Need donation incentive for RPC limiter, 3 player, 3 controller, DDR percent. Zero Mana does not play well on the DDR pad. It works, but it's not pretty. Yeah. By the way, I couldn't even have that incentive for the challenge Gauntlet, even if I wanted to, just because... just because I don't have enough space in this room I am currently in. Basically, this room is a third of the size of what I had before. But I don't need much space, so I don't mind. Maybe I should kill the zombies too, just along the way. I predict we will need a lot more resources than usual, so it would make sense. Plus the sprite having more maximum MP is going to benefit us in the long run too. So the gnome should be... that was 5 plus... that should actually have leveled up gnome to level 1, which means we can take the on the wall phase with one set of attacks without any trouble. We can level up gnome along the way, and we can level up Undini along the way too. So we can just go now, I think. Having an additional fairy walnut is definitely incredibly helpful. So let's try to not get killed. Actually, hang on, lady. I sabers sound like an excellent idea right now. Alright, that was surprisingly easy. The difficulties will come in later areas where we get one shot and such. Would it be possible to have 2 ammonits running, getting input from one controller, like 1 player, 1 controller, 2 games? Yes, you can do that. I've actually experimented with that before. I didn't get far though. I could be, I think. I'm not sure how good it or interesting it would be, but it could be a thing. So, this guy here is weak to the gnome. 5 gem missiles generally do the trick. In this case, I do have an additional Earth Slide, which pretty much should guarantee the kill here. Also, we are currently 8 spellcast away from gnome level 2, so I will need to catch up on that, and also I need to catch up on Undini for spell levels. Hang the DDR pad like tapestry on the wall. Two simultaneous Secret of Mana playthroughs as a challenge. The thing is, how would you differentiate between the two and have them as a reasonably equivalent category? One play 2 control flipped backwards, all boss challenge. Flipped backwards. I'm not sure how interesting that would be, to be honest. So, 8 more spells with the sprite here. Sprite almost has 12 MP, just 1 more level. I think we should require that after the next boss, which actually is nice for the Jabberwocky later, because it will guarantee that we kill the Jabberwocky. Actually, Jabberwocky is generally not much of a problem anyway, so we should be fine. So that means we just want to level up Undini now to level 2 before we get to the Kill Boy. Thrill Boy. That will probably be easier overall. This is different. Hey Silver Fox Flame, thank you for 100 bits, I appreciate that. This is indeed very different. One player, 2 controllers, 2 games, Goose Troop and Secret of Mana. Oh god. No, Goose Troop will be too short in comparison, I think. Also, let's put it this way. 2 controllers at the same time in Goof Troop already is quite extreme on your mind. Like, I've not mastered Goof Troop nearly as much as I have Secret of Mana. And having basically 2 games with 2 controllers each, I don't think I can handle that quite as well. Enjoy your food, Resarmo. But yeah, 2 controller flicked backwards. I don't think it would be too interesting. Most of the time, controller would just kind of be on the table And I would awkwardly try to reach around of it in order to hit it. I hit the D-pad and buttons. So that was 10 spellcasts for Undine each. We should be able to reach level 2 Undine on the way now to the Dwarven Village. Oh, no enemies spawned here. There. Undine level 2. This will allow me to easily kill the Kilroy without too much trouble, just using one fairy walnut. Oh, I forgot. I should have gotten the spear upgrade, actually. That would have been a good choice overall. The spear would allow me to balloon enemies on demand, basically. Some city. You don't even know how to correct. That's an interesting autocorrect indeed. That'll be much harder than normal. I would say it was easier. It's not easier now. But so far it's not too bad overall. Okay, I need to spray very well out here. Okay, this should easily kill Kilroy with just 2 sets of attack. Good night. I mean, we've done that before, and it's not too terribly bad, but what we could do is no offensive magic, glitchless run. What do you guys think about that? So I need to sleep here in order to recover my MP. Imagine having voice dialogue with this speed. I'm already talking slow faster myself because it's so weird. Because I feel compelled to talk faster at this rate. But yeah, I think I should go back to Pandora. I'll do this actually after the Jabberwocky and then upgrade the spear to level 2. Actually level 3. No offensive magic, glitchless as a kid is how you played it. Let's see. Yeah, it could be interesting. Fish, be nice to me. Lady, I would like for you to give us frost buttons. That way we have snowman instead of fish. Which are way nicer and also tastier. And here, Jabberwocky is generally a bit of a tricky one. I'm actually going to try something. Jabberwocky is generally a tricky one to defeat. So what I'm going to be doing here is have the sprite cast spells. Oh shoot, that's the wrong spell. Oh, no. Well, that's going to lack some damage. Oh no. I should not have used Earthlight. I'm deliberately controlling the sprite manually here, by the way. But because I messed up with using the wrong spells and such 3 times now, this is not going to work out well at all. Rip boy. +1 for offensive, Yagama. You got the urge to do something watching this. Strangely can't sit still. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Oops! I'm not supposed to do this in Glitchless from the side. Alrighty, I went back to do it normal. I didn't get any advantage from it. So talk to Luca twice. Yes, actually I would like to save, now that I think about it. Potion, thank you for the 100 bits, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. The boy died during this fight? Yes, actually the boy did die during the fight, just towards the end. The poison gas ended up hitting him. When he only had 21 HP. Right, actually I'm going to walk, in this case. Because I do want to go over to Gaia's level 2. Because we want to get the Midge Mallet. Since timing the spell cast is significantly easier, so I can directly control the sprite while he's Pigmid. Also, I do want to go ahead and get a level 3 spear. And well, while we are on it, we also can get a level 3 sword. Which should make our journey a bit easier too. Sir, I need to talk to you. Hello, how are you doing? Thank you. So, those 2 chests here. Spear orb. And sword orb, that's all we need. It's so weird. Imagine the capability of a TAS at this speed. Honestly, it would not be any different than you playing any TAS video at double speed. It would just kind of result in the exact same. As in, it doesn't matter for a task whether it's double speed or single speed. But it would look ridiculous nonetheless, so there's that. Normally you switch dash around here, but I'm pretty sure I can't do that properly right now. Oh, hi. I would like to upgrade my weapons. So the lady is actually going to go ahead and equip the spear rather than anything else. So here you acquire the Midge Mallet, which allows you to Pigmid the sprite and the lady, and that allows them to cast significantly faster with their spells. Also I forgot to split on Jabberwocky apparently. It would look crazy indeed. Water Palace. This is so weird, right? By the way. I'm curious how well or not so well this is going to go in the long run. I'm tempted to just always have the lady cast Cross Saber, because this is really easy crowd control. Green Sea Silas, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Ooh. Ooh. What do you guys think, by the way, about 1 player, 2 games? I don't know how you would do that though, exactly. Like, I know how mechanically it works, but I'm not sure which categories you would run. Okay, I need the lady to heal everybody. I need to heal the lady now. Okay, one down. I don't want to use magic because I want to keep my magic for the next boss. Not sure that's all that necessary, but that's kind of what I'm aiming for right now. Adventures of Mana or FFA? I don't know Adventures of Mana, to be honest. Although, actually, I have no idea about Adventures of Mana at all, and I only know Final Fantasy Adventure from watching others. I'm not sure how well a casual playthrough would fit into this kind of gauntlet, honestly. I think I would actually prefer to avoid that for now anyways. Oops, wrong character. The lady is now whipping it. So the sprite now should be able to take out this guy here with just 4 Earth Slides. Because he usually he often dies to 3 Earth Slides. 4 will just completely destroy him. Oh, what I could try to see whether it works. Hang on, don't forget about the wind seed this time. What I could try whether it works, ladies and gentlemen, would be playing the iOS version on an Android emulator. It's not an iOS version, I guess. The mobile version for Secret of Mana. What do you think about that one? I know it can work. It doesn't work on my laptop. My laptop is not strong enough, but my PC should be able to work with it. What do you guys think about that? Hearing this soundtrack play at 200% speed is wrong on so many levels. That's one way to put it, I do agree. So, I need to... That's awkward. Come back, guys. Alright. Basically, I'm leveling up Sylph all the way to level 2, I think. Yeah, I'm going all the way to level 2 already. So we can level up our spells now to level 3, thanks to having sealed the Mana Seed of Wind. I think that will be quite useful. Bye bye Silktails. Yes, they just kind of decided, no, I'm going the other way now. Because they were confused. I don't want to hit all of them at the same time. Oops. What, the last one? That was the last one. Alrighty, Sylph is level 1. I want it to be level 2 before I go to the next boss. The next boss is weak to Sylph. But it's kind of tricky to take care of overall. The iOS version on Android emulator, that's a challenge. Yeah, I guess. Mobile version of Secret of Mana is beautiful and very underrated. From what I heard overall, like, most people complaining were just about the controls. There is a way to get controller to work with that version, and, well, I honestly believe that you shouldn't use a touchscreen for this kind of game ever. So that's a terrible idea in the first place, but if you don't have a touchscreen, I feel like this could be actually quite interesting. Honestly, I have no real idea on how the mobile version works. But we could definitely take a look at this. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and move on here. because otherwise I'd go to like the magic to deal with those. Also, I want the lady to give us... Well, that's awkward. I'm silenced. That actually matters for once. Alright. Balance more off. Okay, Sprite is still silenced. Wonder whether they attack themselves, because they normally hunt down cactus that are confused. RIP. Need the axe for this area here. So one more spell cast will level up the Sprite's Sylph spell to level 2, excuse me. And I think that should be good enough for now. Can probably work with that. Can also buy fairy walnuts now for regular prices, and castle pushes is probably the most important part. I could play whatever. Aw. Thank you, I appreciate that. This time I'm actually going to quit this one, just to be able to get the javelin that balloons later on. Hi. Hope everyone's having good days so far too. Yes indeed, I do agree with you, Blessed Dragoon. But yes, would it be alright if we add the... handheld mobile version of Secret Manual to the list? Just kind of making a quick playthrough of that. I will need to confirm first whether it will actually work, whether I can get it to work properly, because as I said, I did have trouble with the laptop. But it should probably be not too much of a problem overall. Ouch. Okay. I will likely just invest a lot more time into healing with the lady. And also investing into frost weapons, because they are so good to just kind of survive, really. Yeah, control cactus, not smart. Alrighty, we managed to get through here. Now the next room is going to be interesting, because normally I do something like this, but I guess not this time. Okay, I want to kill this thing actually, before I move on, I think. Nice. This shouldn't deal too much damage. We do have okay armor. Alrighty, switching back to the sword for the boy. A little bit late now for that, but we'll be fine. So, the boy needs to ping me this right. And I need to not dive to this thing. Oh goodness, that's not a good start. Managed to avoid disaster here. I should have cast the other spells first. Nice, alrighty. Save the fairy walnut by only using wind blades in the end. And also having Sylph level 2. Memos, BlueStacks? I actually have no idea what those are, Ascot. I basically emulated the entire iOS, not iOS, Android system through Andy, the Android emulator. And that worked actually really well for me overall. For just kind of having that as a baseline, but I'm pretty sure my PC, yeah, my laptop was just too weak. No, it's fine, we can just go. Wait. What I want to do, now I think about it, I'm going to sleep here, recover my MP, and then have the sprite cast a bunch more Undine spells. That way we will be better prepared for the Mech Rider number 1. Fruit is frog, not friend. What? No. Frogs are friends, not food. Oops, not those. Oh my goodness, everything goes wrong right now. Sprite is dead? Are you serious? Wow. We just got destroyed. So this is going to be probably a little preview as to what can happen with those... yes, oh, Azinity gifted a sub to Grobly. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And Grobly, welcome to you. Well, you've been around since a while. I hope you enjoy your stay further. Thank you so much. That is really nice of you. He'll get double speed himself? Oh god. Basically, I feel like I need to take a break of this soon, just because it messes with my head so much and everything is at double speed. But it started weapon run be reasonably entertaining. I don't think it would change much overall, honestly. The main thing that would change is probably how you approach the Mana Beast, at least in the Glitchless run. So just because stuff can go wrong, we go here and save. I believe this is the only guy that exclusively saves and has no other function. So, picking the sprite. I can't hum to this melody, it's too fast. Oh my god. But yes, our communities are really nice. Let's see. No, don't use Acid Storm. That's the wrong spell. How do you even land on that? Okay, this should kill this guy pretty quick overall. Which means I'm going to start leveling up Gnome here. Boom. Good night. Boom. Yoga? I like yoga. But I have yet to motivate myself enough to actually do yoga. Wait, please? Yes, please. You never tried yoga? I know a little bit about yoga. My sister and Someone else actually does quite a bit of yoga. Sorry, I had a brain lapse because I tried to figure out what to do. I think this is going to be the way. And it's just kind of... It's a different type of exercise, which I feel like works out quite well. It's okay, Miss Arma. Don't worry. Did I actually buy the berry walnuts? I did. Alrighty. Alrighty, this is going to be the nightmare here. Keep in mind we basically don't really have any proper weapons for this area. Actually, I'm going to use ranged weapons here on the boy. Wish me luck! Okay. Oh goodness. Haha, Sprite is dead already. Lady's almost dead. Lady is dead. Oh goodness. Rip number 2. On the bright side, we are pretty quick to get back here. But yeah, Ice Country is crazy. Those wolves are insane to deal with overall. I hoped that the lady would be able to just balloon them, freeze them in time before we get destroyed, but so far that didn't quite work out. Let's see whether this works out better if I'm just patient instead. Alright. I can have the AI control characters attack too. Oh goodness. Balloon them, please. Alright. This guy got balloons, that's nice. I was contemplating using chocolate here because they dropped chocolate. And I could have opened the chest, but it's not guaranteed that I will get it actually. Actually, I'm a derp. I could use more crowd control abilities from the lady here. Although she is running low on spells rather quickly overall. Alright, this spell leveled up. I may have to use a fairy one up just for the lady here, which is not something I expected to have to do. Normally you are hurting for the sprite to have enough magic. But right now we can probably work with this. Okay, just hitting the lady here. Spawning most of the walls in the middle, that was the idea anyways, but we didn't quite make that. Alrighty, we are finally here. Holy cow. This is crazy. I only have 2 walls right now. Oh shoot, you're right. I didn't buy out anymore afterwards, that's true. I should be able to beat this guy regardless. Worst case scenario, I just use the boy's charge attack. Thank you, Crow. Right there. I did cost more on these spells than usual, I think. So we should be fine here with just emptying the sprite's magazine. E3. This might be rather close. Okay, I didn't quite manage to make it. Alright. Good enough. Murder turtles. Yes. Stop killing the cute doggies. Hey Tio, I hope you're doing well, sir. And I'm sorry, but the doggies are killing me. They do look pretty nice, I do agree, but they are just brutal. In fact, those doggies are the worst enemies in the entire game in the speedrun setting to get past. Ancient Cave backwards controller challenge. I've yet to do a full Ancient Cave run in the first place. So, he has 1 MP left. Right has 0 MP left. How much money do we have? 7,000. Is this technically enough? I can just go on. I think that's okay. It's not okay. The lady's getting destroyed here. Get ballooned already! Silly turtle. Oh my goodness. I don't even know where to drop. Stone traps. Well, that doesn't help. No, she has half HP. Petrification reduces your current HP by half. Going to be a wolf at the bottom. Normally anyways. Alright, here's a wolf. Take that guy out. Alright, we are here. At least we can save now. So I want 2 fairy walnuts for the sprite. 1 and 1 for the lady, I think. We could technically do without giving the lady one, but I really, really want the lady's magic here, I think. Buy fairy walnut. And we are killing more stuff along the way than usual. Anyways, I will probably just use physicals on the mini-boss. I think that should be fine overall. Here we go. Good boy. Okay. Managed to get here, that's a good plan. Good. Stop here. No! I ran right into that guy. Yeah. Allow away from Kohara controls those things for long enough for me to run through. Oh! Wow! I did not know this turtles could critically hit. Nice thing is, in this area here, you don't actually die if an enemy kills you. Or if they kill you overall, you just have a bit of a setback. That was a terrible move from my end. Let me actually get the spear here from the lady, I think. Scram! Indeed. Oh my god, this music is just so wrong. Because all of this we have to play without too much trouble. I do want this sword back though. It's easy to hit charge attacks rather than regular swings. Cesar gets hit himself. You get 2 low damage rolls there or what? Alright. So the nice thing is here, this is an easy setup where you just wait and flash. I'm too slow. I'm trying to speed up myself, I'm too slow. They run out of magic eventually. Actually reasonably quickly too. So I'm going to revive the other 2 characters here. I want them to also get some experience along the way. Also, I need the lady in this next room. Because I need to balloon those thingies. Otherwise, good luck in getting past all of them. One of the downsides of double speed is I can't tell whether I'm targeting all enemies or only one, because there's only one cursor being shown at a time. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Oh, I should have level... Oh shoot. Sprite has no magic left. Never did the thing. Okay, now I need to have the lady heal the boy first of all. Then heal everybody. Yeah, kind of weird that would happen. The sprite should be good enough to just defeat him without too much trouble. Oh, he's a tiny snowman now. Grab the lady. Heal off the boy. And... get the sprite. Okay, I managed to get this. Maybe I can lock him down now. I think I lock him down now. We should have him here. Trying to get a lockdown on this guy is kind of difficult. This should kill him. Alright, we got him. I was a bit sketchy, but we worked it out. A pygmy snowman. Yeah, actually, that exists. It's kind of interesting. They also thought of a pygmy barrel. That works too. It's a lot harder to get a lockdown on double speed. It's mostly because I messed up the introduction, really. Because I didn't fill up the sprite's MP before I went in. That was pretty much my own mistake there. Oh. Speaking of which, same deal here. I forgot to restock the sprite's MP for the strategy. I needed to lead with the lady there. Oh no. I need to actually... Okay, the boy survived somehow. I need to buy a couple pushes here for the sprite. I was actually a bit sketchy. I could have died there. Imagine the field outside, the boss, the lair is more dangerous than the boss himself. What is this, Dragon Warrior? Alrighty, we got a couple pushes. We have the sprite, and we are out of here. Nice, 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 nice. By the way, I feel like this is kind of where I would normally be at in Glitchless at this time, approximate time frame. Like, I don't know whether I'm faster or slower overall. Okay. Wait, I still have more fairy walnuts? I guess I didn't need to buy that many. Alrighty. If your game, yes please. Alright, let's go. So I'm going to have the sprite pygmy again. And I will want to start leveling up Sylph and other spells along the way. I'll just do so by killing enemies. Or sand trap spiders. Oh, there will be more. Oh, they were just off screen, I see. Okay, there's only a duck. Okay, that one didn't spawn, that's nice. I didn't manage to do this in time. Okay. So I need 4 MP for the next switch. I don't have that much. Instead we do this. Basically I'm preparing spells for the next section. This is what you do already anyways in Glitchless, but not to this extreme. I'm doing this a bit more thoroughly now than before, because it's significantly simpler to do this. Oh, he's straight up dead. I knew that. Significantly simpler overall. To just level up the sprite spells a little bit more than before. That way I don't need to worry about micromanagement quite as much or chaining physical hits into attacks. So Salamander's level 2. 1000 gold here. Sylph levels up here a bit more. Sylph level 3 is actually as high as it gets, so Salamander is the next thing I want to level. But those guys are actually strong against Salamander. Oops. So we use Salamander here. Here as well. I believe I have one more spell cast for Salamander now. Right. And also one for Gnome. And I need to replenish the sprite's MP. And I also need to unpygmy the sprite. Stop it! That was not nice. Here we go. This should allow me to deal with this guy here without any trouble. Air Blast will just kind of take care of this guy really quickly. But it's level 3 already. Normally it would be level 2 here. I overdid it a bit with the Air Blast spell costs. I should have used fire a little bit more. This is so fun! Hey Animal, how are you doing also? I like this. That's a really nice emote there from Zeal. Nice. I need one more cup of wishes because we actually used it. You're doing good, glad to hear that. Busy already from the speed, kind of actually, yes. I may have to take a break sometime. And Evil Petting Zoo 42, subscribe to Twitch Prime. Thank you! Welcome to you! Thank you so much, and well, I hope you enjoy your stay. Evil Petting Zoo. By the way, is that a zoo from Final Fantasy? reference. Do you drop elixirs? 1 in 16 times? Or was it 1 in 18 times? I don't know. Either way, welcome. Thank you very much. Did I just save earlier? It's kind of hard to keep track of things. So this is where it starts getting really ugly very quickly, because the enemies are just way higher level than I am. And I don't have proper amount of defense. Basically all of them deal a substantial amount of damage. Also here I think at this point I will want to have the boy, the sprite and the lady no longer be actively attacking. Maybe the lady a little bit, just because she has the sprite spear. Which is the spear that balloons anyways. Speaking of balloon, I will be probably using this a lot more than I would use that ordinarily. Because getting past enemies without ballooning them first seems like a nightmare. Specifically here, this is not normally a room I would balloon enemies in. Come on. There we go. By the way, they are low ground, they cannot actually hit us up here. I want to balloon them again. Yeah, I figured. This was too slow on my end. I'll check that in a second. Alrighty. I feel like I have a little bit of time now. Let me see, who was that? What does that? Oh, I have the thing closed. Where is the Streamlabs? There we go. Your reference is named to reference to your name is a reference to awesome powers. I see, fair enough. I'm not familiar with that one. I know what it is or who it is, but don't know that reference. Either way, thank you very much, Petting Sue. Really appreciate that. Shooty McGun. Thank you very much for the $5 donation. Really appreciate that. And the comment reads, the straw poll reads, the comment reads. Thanks for the good stream, Yaga. Thank you for your generosity, appreciate that. Thank you, Shooty McGun, and thank you, Evil Petting Zoo. Alrighty, this is going to be an interesting section here. I do think my best option overall is probably giving the spear to the boy. So here's my plan. I'm going to give the spear to the boy, and I'm going to pygmy the lady, and then just use balloon all over the place. Pygmy because that allows her to cast faster. And yes, I feel like I need that. Yeah, balloon. Can do this room without trouble. Missed the opportunity there, that's okay, we can just run past here. Balloon them, all of them. Balloon this guy. Balloon everything! Balloon the world. This music is way too fast. I need to heal the boy. Never mind, he's dead. Good boy. Lady has no more MP. This is probably my best bet to recover the MP in this room here, rather than later. Oops, sprite. I need you actually. So the plan is to not get hit here. Okay. We have the sprite. Here we go. Alrighty, we should be fine now. Okay, I'm going to start using Shed Missile rather than anything else. Because I feel like I want to get Gnome to level 3 sooner rather than later. That way I won't have to worry about Gnome afterwards anymore. Okay, Gnome is level 3, just one more spellcast for a good measure. And then we follow up with Salamander leveling. So weird. Only 2 more fireball nuts. I may have to use Andini for the rest to guarantee the kill on the vampire. A PvP? Psychoshi, welcome, how are you doing? I'm so much faster than usual. Yeah. It's so weird. Maybe no, if no one talks about the down speed, Yaga could submit it as a normal Glitchless run. You know, I don't even know whether I'm going to be faster than Glitchless. Like, I feel like I'm slower right now. Right, I can't do the thing. Go fast! Ah! Salamander level 3, that's good. Alrighty, that was actually my last magic there. I may have overdone it with leveling the secondary spells a little bit here. It's really hard to keep track. Alrighty, vampire down. Not too much trouble. We even leveled up Salamander to 3, which is the bare minimum. Actually, Salamander 3 should be sufficient. We can do better, because we do have time to level it up a bit more on Metal Mantis. Sylph should be level 3. Yeah, actually, Sylph is level 3 as well, which is unusual. Sylph is normally only level 2 around those parts, which is where I would want to level it a little bit. Gnome is level 3 too, that is all we need. Salamander is level 3, Sylph is level 3. We could just focus on Andini at this point. I'm contemplating just grinding enough money so I will be able to... buy Gold City equipment. Like a full set rather than just the standard stuff. But nah, I don't think we need that. I'll probably grind a bit more than usual to get 1 or 2 pieces, or at least immediately the Lazura ring, but that's about it. We already have more levels than usual. Not that much more anymore, but still about 1 or 2 more levels. Which is still helpful, because the sprite is slightly stronger, but more importantly has a bit more MP, which actually ends up making a difference if we can use 1 more spell than before. Welcome, the Emperor waits us. Aha. I hope I managed to reach the mute button in time. I think I did. Normal speed will be agonizingly slow after this. Yeah. Indeed. So... Start leveling up Salamander. We will level up Andini after this boss. So I feel like Salamander is the proper way to do this. Lava Wave costs 1 more MP than Fireball, but it's actually weaker. The one downside of Fireball is because it's a projectile attack, it's not quite as efficient. But Lava Wave has such a crazy long animation, it's even less efficient in the end. But maybe sometimes you want inefficiency because it allows you to... Oh no, take care of enemies quicker. I did not want to use a fairy walnut, I wanted to use pick the Mitch mallet. I thought the cursor was still on it. Come on, open up please. 7,000 gold, that's almost enough for a Lazura ring. Level 3 on Dini does not guarantee a kill on those guys. Level 4 almost does. So I'm just going to go back and forth here. Just a few times. Until we need to refill magic and then we go for the next boss. I'll probably want to rely on the lady's balloon power for the next sections. So I will want to pick me her too, so she can cast spells quicker. Right. Too much last spell cast. Flash this breaks MP. Give me the lady. Very well not. Nice, that's the common drop by the way. That's not that unusual. Alright, I actually unpigment this right, otherwise he is going to be way too aggressive for the upcoming section here. Although I could just use another Undine spell cost here. Ah, that was not clever, guys. I really messed up on that. I did not mean to do that. Oh goodness. No, not. I just undid the pygmy status through using a medical herb. Because I figured it should target the sprite since he's in Gauntlet flames, but the lady has priority over the sprite in terms of targeting sequence, so that's not quite how it worked. Alright, let's get through here. It shouldn't be too difficult. Just kind of need to remember what I need to do a little bit quicker than usual. Oh no, that's bad. That could have gone really wrong right there. Quite a balloon this guy before. Anything else? Okay, pick me right now instead. Let's go. I think I need a break. Maybe. So this should be good enough spell levels here for this. Just using the rest of the MP, I think, for Gem Missile. This is going to already kill him. I don't need to cast any more spells now, I don't think. Just want that gnome leveled up to level 4, which is what we got here. Gnome is level 4 too, Soph is still level 3, but that will get higher up in time. Greens to you, Turbo Checkers, welcome. A bit late to the party. How's it going? It's going way too fast for my taste. Like, it's just really difficult to brain this. That's all I can say. Oh, I managed to actually land pretty quickly there. Wrong way. One, two, three, four. Did anyone die? No, no one died. Alright, we need one Lazuri ring for the sprite. Those are just too expensive. I guess we're just not going to buy anything like that, are we? That's okay. Why did I make the sprite into a pygmy? Basically, this allows him to cast spells quicker. Also, if I'm controlling the sprite himself, I don't have to use the X menu as in the partner menu in order to chain spells together reliably. I can just use directly the menu while having the sprite himself selected without opening up the menu too early or too late for that matter. I just spam the Y button. It's just easier to do. It's actually slightly less efficient, but in this case I don't care much about efficiency, I just want to survive really. Next up we need to go ahead and land here. We need to buy a circlet for the sprite. The circlet gives the sprite the ability to have 5 more intelligence, alongside the Lazuri ring, which is also 5, which is the equivalent of about 19 or 20 levels worth of power for the sprite. Which is kind of a crazy boost, to say the least. He gets also a bit more defense, but that's kind of negligible in that case. Save? Yes, please. Alrighty. Let's go. Essentially, pygmy characters, there's... I didn't know you can't actually enter. Just figured out something new, I guess. Pygmy characters... Let me reset this room. Pygmy characters have a significantly easier time chaining spells because they don't actually have a shortened cast animation. Like when I cast a spell here, you see after the sprite completes the spell, he has a little bit of a duck and then stand again animation. Also, the animation before the spell cast goes off is actually slightly longer. Pygmy characters are just faster in those aspects overall. It's a lot nicer. That chest contains 1000 gold, I don't need that right now. Also, I will want to have the boy switch weapon with the lady. That way I don't accidentally overlevel the spear. I don't know whether the spear has gotten any experience so far. I'm okay with not necessarily knowing. That was interesting. So this chest contain, or can contain, a fairy walnut. Which I don't necessarily care about figuring out, because a single fairy walnut only costs 500 gold at this point in the game, which is not that much anymore. So on average, I'm just fine with paying 500 gold, and getting 500 gold in a chest basically is just not really worth it anyways. I could rather kill those guys rather than trying to sneak past them. That seems way more reasonable. Alrighty, same concept here, pygmy the sprite, that way he casts spells quicker, and I also can control him directly. So starting with fireballs, they deal decent damage. You notice the guy has really good magic defense in comparison to other bosses. But it should be fine overall. Now we have level 4 spells, which deal pretty much double damage compared to what we had before, which is really good. Level 3 is the bare minimum of spell power you want to have in order to deal decent damage to this guy. Also, I'm using Lava Wave here because this crowd controls the slime for just long enough that the sprite can recover magic and then continue casting before the slime can do anything in between. Having watched a lot of RPG limit breaks of missions videos at double speed lately, it's weird to hear this with your mic at normal speed. You should speed up your mic to fix that. Oh god. I'm already involuntarily speeding up my voice, as in how quick I'm talking. How long does it usually take for the registration to fill up? Oh, that's actually an interesting question. I'll be curious too. Alrighty. Defeated Lime Slime, hooray! Now we get to the next tower. Honestly, I think the main saving grace that I realized, so I don't get completely destroyed by enemies, is that the lady can just balloon everything. Balloon this guy, balloon that guy, and you can run past enemies. Slightly inefficient if I need to refill her MP like I had to do in the Ice Country, but we survived it, so it was all fine in the end. Had a 2 times pitched the recording software for Yaga's voice. Now Mickey Mouse Yaga. Oh god. I don't think Mickey Yaga would be all that useful. Boy is actually a really good Mickey Mouse voice. Okay. They spaced out. Spells! Nice. Alrighty. Here. Alrighty, here we go. I believe 20 MP is one more than I usually have at Spike too. So Blue Spike here has so much magic defense, and he's not weak to any particular element. It's actually kind of tough to take him out with just purely spells. But it's definitely possible thanks to having the circlet and also the Lazuli ring on the sprite. Also it helps that the sprite will soon level up his Pandini by one more spell cast, I believe, to the next level. No? Yes, I was mistaken. Oh, it was 20, not 17. So I believe this should be enough with just 5 more. Boom. That sounds useful for narrated goof trip runs. Nice. Alrighty, let's do this. So, leading with the lady again, just to balloon enemies. So, my original plan was to balloon them with the Sprite Spear, but this is just way more reliable. Okay, don't get overrun by this guy this time. I've done that before. Just stand in a straight line and... By the way, he is now staying stone/metal colored, because he hit him before he was able to move out of his initial form. Also, this is going to kill him rather quickly there. The main reason why I stick to Air Blast is because I want to level Sylph up as well, rather than just kill the boss. Like, the boss's kill is slightly slower, especially if I'm standing in the wrong position, but I'm not going to move now. The boss kill is slightly slower, but it allows me to level up Sylph significantly faster. This is actually going surprisingly well. Like, I just expected to get more destroyed like we did get in Ice Country. But I guess... overall knowledge of the game and the areas does definitely help, especially considering that I'm just taking advantage of Balloon all the time now. So... we need to go ahead and replenish Sprite's MP. We still don't actually have enough money to just buy one armor from this Gold City here, by the way, which is interesting. So Luna is exactly to the west from here. That's the one thing I can remember, generally speaking. Just to the west of Gold City is the Moon Palace. I always, as a kid, I always assumed this was oil here that we are just somehow swimming through, because it makes sense. It's in the desert, it is black, it is something you apparently can drive through with a boat. I'm not sure that makes much sense though. You can try to absorb the boys. Be there. Oh, also, I probably want to level up the lady's Lucid Barrier sooner rather than later. So we go back outside now that we have Luna. We can use the... Oops, no. This here, and somewhere south of here is Tasnica. I'm not too afraid of the Dark Stalker. He shouldn't be much of a problem. Hello China, welcome. This music is so weird. I do want to level up Sylph some more actually. He's standing on a pillar. In a weird way. Good night. No chest, that's okay. Alright. Thank you, we are out of here for now. We're still going by Royal Jam, even though the timing for reviving characters with Royal Jam is rather tight. Should still be reasonably possible. Oh shoot, I did not mean to buy that. For some reason I thought there was other stuff. But you know what, we might as well use it. The lady's actually the only one who can use a duck helm. Because the sprite does not want to unequip the circlet and the boy literally can't equip it for some reason. Alrighty. Ninja down. Then we go to doppelgangers. Now this could be dangerous, climbing up the mountain. So I'm going to save before we go there. Sinfieri mana game. Oh no! Great to see you, Raftican. Welcome, how are you doing? Which one is the superior one, if I may ask? Accidental duck helm. So we use a flammydrum, even though we could just walk outside of here in order to get where we want to go, which would technically be faster. This is significantly safer to land here afterwards. So also, I should have cast Lucid Barrier on the lady here. Lucid Barrier absorbs physical damage from enemies, which would be incredibly useful. Oh goodness. Here. Have this. He doesn't have a weakness to that? Oh wow. Alright. I thought those were wind elements, they are not. Here, I need another Lucid Barrier now. What? Wasn't there an enemy up here just now? Maybe I didn't see that right. Also the flower didn't spawn for some reason. Alright, we are safe kind of. Like that's a 3. Gameplay wise? No. But the rest? Maybe. Good boy. I decided to outright kill the boy. I'm okay with this. One less problem to deal with during a doppelganger fight. Which isn't much of a fight, I'm just waiting until they kill one character and then I revive that one. Alright. Maybe in time. Oh, I was in time, nice. Very nice. Okay, not too bad. Just been overfeeding Graphite only a little bit. This is only double? Yeah, it is only double speed. It seems much worse than it should, right? It feels like it's way more than double speed, but it literally says double speed for an emulator. Alrighty. So next up we have the walking watermelon. Which shouldn't be a problem as long as I time my attacks correctly. But, well, that might be the problem in the first place. I have Pygmy this right here. Where is it? There it is. I Pygmy this right here because it allows me to cast spells quicker and have the watermelon not do anything in the meantime, preferably. Flammy coughing at double speed is pretty high. Kind of crazy. Alrighty. This guy here. I need to make sure that he does not get a spell cast off. This is could actually be one of the more dangerous ones because my timing needs to be relatively precise. 3 spells. And then on the second thing I need to cast another spell. Alright, got him. Nice. Nice. Not too bad. Then I can just absorb magic from enemies here without too much trouble. At least that's the hope. Secret of Mana soundtrack times 2 is horrible. It is very, it's too fast. It's way too fast, honestly. Alrighty. Before I go down there, I am going to save. In fact, what I'm going to be doing is I'm making a little detour here. I will level up the lady's spells, and also the sprite spells for that matter, a bit higher than usual. I want to try at level 2. I'll just... We have enough fairy wombats anyways. Sleeping rabbits. So I need to cast a total of 12 plus 13 spellcasts, that's total of 25. The reason why I'm doing this is because this allows me to have a better time at the end against the Mana Beast, because my Mana Sword will not run out quite as quick. I'm going to also bring the Lady's Triad spell to level 2 as well, which will take slightly longer than this one here. Alright, here we go. So that also means I will want to level up this one here. Oh, at the same time. Lucid Barrier needs to be level 4 or so, preferably. Sir, I would like to talk to you. No. No save, that's okay. I have no idea why lightsaber costs 5 MP. It literally doesn't do anything different than wind saber. And it actually does a lot less than fire saber or water saber for that matter. Too bad we have too few MP in this case. Don't get quite as many spellcasts in. But I could substitute the last one for a wall instead. Instead it's just 2 MP more and makes it slightly more efficient overall. Alright, this is what we needed. Just Lucid Barrier everybody in this case. Now we take care of Dryad before we go on. Oh wow. This actually hurts even more during Dryad spell training because instead of 4 spellcasts we only get 3. Just 1 more MP on the lady would be so helpful in this case. Animations seem a bit stiff and unpolished. We'll see how it will play and how it will look in practice. I am hopeful that the remake will be fine overall, even if Square Enix doesn't necessarily have the best track record for those kinds of things that they release seemingly under the production value of the type of company that they are. But from what I can tell, it seems like to be a little team of developers inside the company. So we'll see. Alrighty, this is now leveled up. I probably won't use Lunar Boost until way later. In fact, I should have started leveling up the Sprite's Shade spell as well, I think. Maybe. Probably. Yeah, Shade was actually... I think Shade level 2 is going to be what I will want to aim for a Sprite. So, 1 more set of spellcasts with Luna. And this should do the trick to level this up to level 2 as well. By the way, this feels like I've been here since like 15 minutes. But where in reality we've been here since about 6. This is so weird. Save, yes please. So I need to go ahead and buy new fairy walnuts because we did use all of them up just now for the sprites leveling. Hiyo! Oh, I only used 3. Fair enough. Let's go! You played Adventures of Mana, the Final Fantasy Adventure remake. Right, I heard from quite a few people that Adventures of Mana was actually really good. And the thing is, I have no basis of comparison since I never really played the original. So it's kind of difficult for me to think much about it. Alright, got him. I really wanted to not use balloon yet on this guy, especially those guys could just use other spells on me, which would be less than ideal. Alright. I need the axe here. So I hope my Lucid Barrier still holds, otherwise this would be a bit ugly here. Somehow managed to despawn those guys, just kind of by nature, I guess. Left. First light, that's awkward. The boy? That's weird. This lady was way ahead of you. Right. No. Pygmy Sprite. In theory, we should be able to take care of this guy coming up here without too much trouble. Sprite is way more powerful than he should be anyways. Actually, no, it's kind of leveled out at this point because of how exponential the experience curve is usually. Although 300 damage per fireball is really strong. We get about actually 11 spell cost, that's 3600 damage. I don't think this will quite kill him though. I'm going to revive her. Oh wow, it did kill him. Alright. Adventures of Mana struck the perfect balance to me, keeping things the same and changing things up to me. Hey, that's nice. Yes, it is the same team that created the Adventures of Mana for the remake to Final Fantasy Adventure. So before we go on, we absolutely need Lucid Barrier active here. I'm also going to pick me this right again, that way I can cast spells quicker. Here, I actually like using Riot to just put them or make them unconscious. I think the lady actually took damage. Going to have the lady renew this. Okay, we are fine so far. Okay. Repeatedly just keeping up Lucid Barrier is definitely the way to go here. Lucid Barrier is so good. Okay. We're going to heal up on this lady. I accidentally despawned her, apparently. Or something like that. Let's try this again. The lady is here, we do get a heal. I have no idea who that guard is, by the way. Because there's only 3 NPCs possible in this area, it just makes it a bit awkward for us overall. What? No, you should target everybody. It's interesting, with offensive spells you press up once and you target everybody. But with the other types of spells, you do this differently. With the buff spells, you press up twice. Okay, we managed to sneak past there. Very nice. Okay. I feel compelled to update my Lucid Barrier again, but only the sprite got hit twice. Which means his is gone. Rip sprite. That's too late. Alright. Look him. I left the sprite, hit this thing. Alright, we go. Get the sprite. No, I didn't hit the switch. I'm a derp. And yes, this is allowed to go through here. It's actually faster still to go to that normal way. Because that switch doesn't work until we hit the other switches in the area. Okay, boy would be dead unless I do this. Balloons! Have you ever considered how is it possible that a balloon stuns an enemy and keeps them at bay for an extended period of time? Like, is a balloon that strong? And I feel like the answer is no, it's not the balloon being strong. It's more about the concept of the enemy is just so happy that he has a balloon. Someone gave him a birthday present. It's a late one, but it's a birthday present nonetheless. And they're just happy that you thought of them. Okay, I need to use another fairy walnut here, but that's okay. Balloons are really fun, dude. Sometimes you just lose track of time. Or if you're like me, you're terrified of them. That's a possibility too. Alright, let's do this. This actually is barely not enough, I think, to kill this guy with one more set. Maybe actually, oh, no, it was barely enough. I had this for a few reasons. I do believe it SNS they didn't allow SNS mini runs for the tournament purposes, but I don't know what they do for general purposes for Final Fantasy 6, because it is running faster from what I heard. Okay, we can go through the Grand Palace here, probably. 2 fairy walnuts should be good enough. I need one anyways for the lady. Okay, let's go. Knock a destroy preferably. Gnome here. Take care, Lunicloud. Thank you for dropping by and have a good day. Hey, Zynophon, thank you for the host. I appreciate that. The sprite has the whip. I need the sprite in the lead again. Isn't it weird that my movement seems a bit smoother in this area here compared to normal speed? Maybe I've adapted already. Hey Dingsbones, welcome. How are you doing? Oh, thought I used a implicit barrier. Maybe it wore off already. Without me noticing. So I accidentally freed those thingies. So here I need the ladies and the spells. Wait, why is there no... Oh, how it spawned it. Interesting. So here we go with this. He just spawned my chest over there. Weirdo. Good. Only get something. Nice, enjoy your food. Got a sword orb. Another sword orb, and I shouldn't forget to upgrade it afterwards. So... That was a nice crit. Okay, I would like for you to cast another one here. Sprite needs to be in the lead because we need to whip. Okay. Also, I would like for you to crowd control those wolves. They're not fun to deal with. I think I'll do the same on the way back too. And here we go. Magic of Sword. Indrig into MP for the sprite there. Sprite in the lead again. Good boy. Oh, he's still alive. Placed. Up. Alrighty. We got this. Welcome, little one. Good night. Javelin orb acquired. Alrighty. So. Oh boy. Normally I try to go through this entire area in one go, but in this case I'm going to go ahead and restock in the middle. I think that's a wise choice overall. And also safe for that matter. I love Crozy mode. They are so good. It's so good. Oh no! Hello! We did leave already. Just came back. Upgrade the whip as well. So the sprite actually deals some damage. And also upgrade the javelin. I believe the Im's fork is the one that crowd controls enemies. I'm going to give this to the boy. Funny, a real speedrun. Hey Bonsai, welcome. Should I? I probably should. Alrighty. Here's a quick detour. I'm going to level up Shade. I want level Shade to be level 3. And I think this will benefit me in the end. Also against Mech Rider 3. I want Shade level 3 to deal with Lime Slime. He should be a rather easy prey. Sufficiently high level of Shade. Essentially I need level 3, that is 12 plus 13 plus 15 spell costs, which is a total of 40. Double speed, this is kind of quick. I did not mean to do that. Well, everybody got moogled! Koopy koopy koop. Oh. Oh god. The thing is, this costs a lot of MP. If I accidentally use that spell instead. What is the kid-friendly translation? Like Heckhound? The German ones didn't shy away from just calling it literally Hellhound. He didn't over here, which is nice too. Oh, well, use a fairy one up now. I don't know how much close we are to the 15, but there's going to be another 12 spell cost total. There it is, alright. Let's move on. We need to rebuy one fairy walnut here. I did replenish my magic. So we should be fine on that front. Oh. Ah, whatever. Alrighty. I decided that I'm going to make a... I'm using a cheese strat on Hexas. It's a bit of a detour, but it makes it 100% safe, pretty much. For anyone who has watched this channel a while, you probably know what's coming up. Not feel free to guess. Has to do with barrels. Like when Marley cards Chrono, you're a marshmallow. You're a marshmallow is an insult? I actually kind of like that. Looks kind of odd. Alrighty, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this properly, but we'll try. How long is this under 1 time speed? Basically, this is about... The record is just under 3 hours and 50 minutes at this point. So now I can have them attack as well. Also, I think I want the lady to reload. No, this is fine. Oh, is this more damage? No, this sword is more damage. But sword is unhealthy. Too close combat. Basically, I'm tanking Hexas with a barrel, but she can't do anything against it in her physical form. That's a short version of what is happening here. I'm giving the boy repeatedly just guaranteed critical hits from the lady's lunar boost or moon energy here. Good night, Texas. Barrels are just too strong. Barrels absolutely absorb all types of physical damage and never break unless you press the B button. So I can't attack manually myself while the sprite is barreled. Otherwise I undo the barrel. Doesn't matter whether I'm the character or not. Alrighty, and you... I don't want you guys to attack anymore at this point. I want you to get the sword again, because that's just stronger, and no attacking here. So, the reason why I want to level up Shape 4 here is because this guy here has a very high likelihood of being able to... I don't need to do that. This guy has a very high likelihood of being able to escape and use wall before I'm done with my spellcast. So, get this right. So, using that wall, and I want to punch through the wall. See, Dispel Magic rank 3. Can't undo wall. So now it should be undone after the second one. Alright, now it worked. Basically, no message means it succeeded to undo the wall. Essentially, wall level 6 has 7 reflect charges, if I'm not mistaken. Or 8, I don't know, single target. But it essentially asks me to use just Dispel Magic, which each one should remove 2 plus however high the Shade's magic level is, amount of charges from the wall, and just kind of be able to punch through it a bit quicker. And 2 dispel magics. Take care of his wall. 2, 3, 4. And go for 5. And 1 more. 3, 4. Good night. Alrighty. Sylph is already high enough level that I don't need to worry about Dragonworm too much. I just need to hope he doesn't decide to destroy me. Dragon Quest 7 was just too freaking long. Played it for the first time on 3DS recently. Game just kept going. 7 more days. Today next week. Yes indeed. Hey Erno, welcome. Before next week, we have the day after tomorrow, in case anyone is curious about that. The actually glitchless 100% run, which I still need to complete or finish writing up the description of it, how it exactly works. But it's going to be intriguing, I think. So, now we can go into the Pure Lands, and Pure Lands is one of the most brutal areas in the entire game. The spike is in how much more damage you take compared to the previous area. It's actually kind of extreme. Especially since you usually have to farm for a while before you can get the better equipment, so you don't get absolutely destroyed if you get hit. So in my case, I'm still going to get destroyed if I get hit, but preference is to not get hit in the first place. Also, I have no clue where I am at. Here we go. I probably want to save here first. Because this is right in front of the Pure Lands. It's not unlikely that I will die a few times during it. I do plan on using still the same strategy for the bosses, so I only have to do 1 trip through the Pure Lands instead of backtracking. Whether that's going to work, we don't know. Alrighty, let's go. It's just all a bit faster. Turbo's confused. Thankfully we do have the acid barrier. Need to wait until confusion wears off. I'm holding right, by the way, he's walking left. Still holding right, still holding right, still holding right. There we go, now it wore off. So, and now we use Sylph. Rip. So he decided to immediately destroy the lady and the boy, which is less than pleasant. And here I'm going to use Lava Wave, because this allows me to crowd control him essentially for just long enough that I can regenerate my magic and destroy him afterwards. Unless he destroys to petrify me and destroy me. Good night. So yeah, that happens. That's kind of expected, actually. We just go. Hope that we don't get destroyed this time. This time I'm actually going to cast Spell of the Lady, just so she wouldn't die immediately. So the spell doesn't even do anything for her, really. Just make sure that she doesn't die. So, this time actually I'm going to use Sylph's other spell, and also have the lady cast analyzer to block down the boss here. He's not dead. He isn't dead yet. Surprising. Let's make her cast. Use a barrier on herself. Alrighty, we got him. Nice. We got him! Oh, right, this room. Every single time, I just kind of happy. Oh, nice, I made it! And then that room happens. Right, that's a thing. I made it though, it's okay. So now I would like to absorb some magic from this guy here. You can essentially just barely absorb some more magic than invest from hitting them. Then I use that magic to do the rest here. So exploder, fireball, exploder, fireball, 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 fireball. Hello, Asheria, how are you doing? Welcome. Boom. No dragon dead. Sprite alone can handle pretty much the rest of the Pure Land without too much trouble. It's nice to have other characters too, like the lady being able to provide Lucid Barrier, but it's not necessary. Essentially. Just a fascinating portion. The sprite is just ridiculously powerful. Next should be the Axe Beak, which we should be able to defeat without too much trouble. Because this poor guy is weak to our strongest element, Undini's Freeze. 2 free spell casts will do already max damage. And then 3 sets off to just kill him. Good night. I see, enjoy your dinner. That sounds good. Good luck with Monster Hunter, and... well, hope you're doing well there. I'm just going to kill this guy instead of messing around with it, honestly. This seems like the reasonable way to go about it. The sprite didn't kill this thing, huh? They have... those are going to be the most annoying ones to farm in the 100% run for their one drop that doesn't even do anything. 34. Alright, that's good enough. Brings to you, Bee Dragon. Thank you for the good luck. Can definitely use that. Because right now, essentially, double speed, I'm basically playing as if I'm just really terrible at the game. I only have a general idea of the strategy, but don't have proper execution. That's what it feels like for me to play at double speed, because I know all those little things that I should do, but everything is just too fast and I'm not good enough at reacting. Ring. So, we just use a magic rope to get back out of here. That's the easy way to do this. You could just run back, it's faster, but oh well, this is safer. Okay, let's go. Oh, this is this room. Ha 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 ha! Ha ha ha! Oh god. I did not mean to barrel the boy. Rip barrels. So this is the area where, if you have barrels, you want to use them here, honestly. Like, this area is ridiculous to run through. Like, genuinely difficult. I forgot to replenish my magic, but that's okay, because you need a fairy wand up for this guy anyways. Or two for that matter. Bonk. Bonk. Good night. Poor lady didn't survive at the end. Alrighty. How much MP do you have left? Alrighty. One more for Lucid Barrier. Acid Storm. It's not nice of you. Change form. Absorb. 45 MP absorbed. The only reason why I'm saving here is because the path to the left of here is actually not without its dangers. Specifically this here, getting through here is tricky. You know what? Whatever. Kill this thing. It's in my way. That's not the spell I wanted to use. Your slides will do pretty much the trick for max damage. This poor little dragon stands no chance. Have I ever played Secret Mana Co-op? Yes, actually, if you look at RPG Limit Break 2017, last year, I ran this game with Bowie and Stinger PA. Two guys were really good at this game too, and it's actually pretty awesome to play with people that are really good, and if you are confident that you're really good as well. Which I guess Secret Mana is kind of the only game that I'm confident in that. Doesn't mean they couldn't be better though. Alternatively, there is the Secret Mana Co-op way back in 2014 HDQ, where me and Stinger PA ended up running through the game. It was actually pretty awesome. You know Bowie? He's good, really good at Breath of Fire set of runs. Yes, Breath of Fire, Shining Force. Recently, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I believe. Pretty awesome, actually. The downside is that we don't get to practice much before we do the runs on the marathons. Like, we just kind of have like a day or 2 or 3 to practice for a few hours, and then we have to do the run. Spam Muzubi. This music all sounds normal. First time you played this co-op with a friend was incredibly fun. Yeah, this game here is best played co-op, really. Like, it's just, you go on an adventure together. It's awesome. This is an emulate running at double speed. We're actually not doing too bad overall here. Also, I've been contemplating just now. Like, my plan was to just keep the stream going for 7-8 hours. But I would like to prepare for the 100% run. So maybe, actually kind of planned on doing this tomorrow, having the stream a bit shorter than usual. As in only 5-6 hours, whatever category it might allow for that. And then I would be able to prepare for the 100% run afterwards. I'm not going the correct way. And that was kind of my plan. Maybe I should start doing this today. That way I can provide you guys with a proper paste bin as to what a 100% run actually entails. Or is going to entail. Like, my first idea initially was to just get all the equipment from highest to lowest defense, filling up my inventory. But when I actually looked at it today, it's actually not all that interesting, I guess. I'm going to see whether it actually includes any other items that it wouldn't have included last time that are not just buyable in shops and such. And then we'll see whether that's going to be anything worthwhile. Innkeeper speed at doubles. Oh yeah, he dances really quick. Okay, let's get through here. So this is going to be a whole mess of things. Where I try to get through here, hoping that the enemies just cooperate. Because normally you do a whole lot of spawn manipulation, trying to not die along the way. Wolves are kind of scary for the not dying part. But the lady here, thankfully, she has balloon. Honestly, the music doesn't sound too bad in here. Like the previous music so far, I've been just mostly phasing out, ignoring. But this one isn't too bad. Alright, let's do this. So the plan is that the sprite should be able to kill this Buffy here, without Buffy being able to do anything about it. And the sprite should have enough MP afterwards to absorb magic from enemies. As in, without using a fairy wand, that is. That's the idea, that's the plan. One set of 4 needs to be enough here. It isn't, alright. I have no idea how I managed to avoid that. That's just not, but that's just going to be enough. Slightly unfortunate because I used up a fairy wall not with the sprite now. Shows in the layout? Yes! The old layouts were... Well, actually, if you go even further back, they didn't actually have a layout back then. That was just kind of an afterthought, as in how they were to present it. Just kind of get the runs out there. It's come a long way since then. It's so amazing, actually, to think back. Alrighty, this is why I leveled up Shade. Instead of having to do awkward menuing and stuff. Oh no, that's the wrong spell! This deals 1 damage against the boss. And also cost me, what? 8 MP, wow, I just lost a ton of MP for no reason. I think 3 spells will just basically allow me to not quite go overboard with the damage. Okay, that's the last thing here. Still have to carry one, that shouldn't be too bad overall. Okay. 2 more. Alright, this is almost enough, I think. Not quite. Probably 1 more set. This should kill him. Exploding puddle! Yep, very exploding. Very puddle. I can't believe I'm actually faster than a glitchless run at this point. Like, I expected to be slower than glitchless runs. This is very much unexpected. Ah, I managed to despawn that guy. That's the one guy that's really difficult to despawn. Oh. I don't have any more barrels, do I? Nope, no barrels. I need a Sprite. Alright. Alright. Somehow I just found everything in this room, that's good. Okay, I need noodles and barrier. Maybe I spoke too soon about being faster, go away. That guy's scary. Nice. Come on, next please. Nice, 3 guys on the left side means there's no guy on the right side. I think it's better. Yeah, Sprite recovered all his magic. Whew. Also this. My streamer not talking at double speed. I'm already talking faster than usual, actually. It's weird. Nintendo for America, anyway, yeah. I think Europe is just kind of on the backside of Nintendo of America, for that matter. Like, we just got the US version usually. But they were not quite as strict over here. It just happens that we got it after the USA, and so a lot of things. Oh my god. A lot of things were already removed, for that matter. I think it's 5 spells. Per cycle. Let's go with 4 for now. 5 is correct, actually. I need to see how much he has left at this point, because I'm worried about my resources. 2,000. Alright. Don't have much of a choice in the matter. The last fairy one that goes to the Sprite, which means the lady has 19 MP left. And that's it. Oh, we got a level 8 spellcaster in there too. Nice. By the way, it's still level 7. Even though it says level 8 freeze, it's actually still level 7. Until you get the special animation. The power is the same as level 7 still. You're kind of hoping to see the headbang glitch. I don't have a barrel to make that as a reasonable thing. Alright. Lady has 19 MP. The Sprite has also 19. Alright. Should be fine on that front. Using the first spell cast here to unleash the mana sword. The mana sword should last a decent amount of time because we have trial level 2 on both characters. Oh shoot! I made the same mistake again. I didn't level up the secondary weapons. Well, we might just run through the entirety of the mana fortress a second time, guys. Yeah, I'll probably not be able to complete this. We'll see. The boy is almost guaranteed not dealing nearly enough damage. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, this doesn't work out. I need the 999 damages. So, rip that attempt. So for anyone curious, what is just going on? Why was the mana sword so weak? Basically, based on your secondary weapon levels, you gain additional damage power with the mana sword. But I actually kind of wanted to do that later. Because it would have been kind of difficult to keep track of those things while I was doing it earlier, so I didn't want to land here. So I want to do this later, but I forgot about it again. I already did that in the last run. This time I don't think I could save it there. Alrighty, here we go. I need to figure out which weapons they level. First of all, the Sprite Spear. It is going to be 4.5 experience per Sprite Spear kill. So this is 36. 1.5. Whatever. I'll just need to check it later again. So 62, 66. 72, 76, 82, or 80, 86, this should be around 90 with this one. Let's check real quick. 86 now, alrighty. I think it's 4 per enemy kill. Only one more for the spear. Let's switch before we have a trouble with it. Axe has 22. Bit more than 22 now. Those mushrooms have 60 HP. Kind of unusual to not one-shot them. Well, if it's only the low damage rolls that don't one-shot them though. Check real quick. 64, 68, 72, 76, 80, 84, 88, 92, one more enemy. How fast weapon level up I was. I was a little bit shocked there and scared for a second. Okay, Job Bow is not leveled at all. So let's do this, that's one. 2 times his stellar for grinding secondary weapon experience. Yeah, it's not too bad. Actually not quite twice as fast, because of how inefficient I am and I end up moving. It reaches level 2. Good job. So basically earlier you saw I ended up putting all the buffs on the boy, and he just barely did like 500 damage with a regular swing, which isn't too bad. I've had it lower before. I didn't need to charge up the attack in order to deal decent damage. But I also would not necessarily survive with what I had, for that matter. So we are at 81. Oh, it's 85 now. Oh, 84. Oh. 88. So alrighty, this is 96, good enough. Next up we go with the whip. I don't need to level that much, I don't think. As in, once I reach 270, 420 points total, I should deal max damage with critical hit buffs without the strength buff too. So this is a bit overkill. I just want to make really sure that I have it. Actually, in fact, let me calculate this real quick. So I have 88 plus 96 plus 90 plus 96 plus 50 plus 12.5 plus 10. 442. But the sword will potentially level up in the process, so I'm going a bit further here. I feel like that's a fine way to go about it. 72. Six. 80. Okay, let's switch over to the spike knuckles, and after the spike knuckles I'm done. I'm pretty sure I don't actually even need the spike knuckles, but I just feel more comfortable having those two leveled up. Could you please die, good sir? Knuckles are just unfortunately so weak. There's never... Gameplay-wise, if you want to be efficient, there's never any reason to use the knuckles over the sword or the axe. It's just a strictly weaker weapon in all aspects. It has less range, it has less damage. It doesn't have any better charge attacks. Although, the charge attacks looks amazing, and I guess that alone is a good reason to use it, so that's why I would use it. It's so multi-purpose, indeed. 44. 48. 52. 50 more. 50 even more. 50 even more. And more. 72 it is. 28. Okay, this should be it. Alright. Now we are ready for the Mana Beast. Oh my god, that poor table. Please don't throw it in the fire. That's not me. That's not nice. Should be nice to your tables. Here, you get this one. I'm not sure why you got the other one. You give me the sword back. There we go. Actually, before that, I need to apply the Lucid Barrier here. I wonder whether I should get one more level on the sprite, because it was basically just one more spell cast on Buffy to kill Buffy. But that might have just been low damage rolls for all I can tell. We'll see. Basically my goal is going to be Buffy, no fairy walnuts used. Otherwise, Threat Slime is going to be a bit of a menace if I use magic on him, since that uses a bit more magic than you would ordinarily use with just the lady spells. Please wall. I don't approve of this. That actually attacked me? Wow, alright. No, no, no. Oh my goodness, this is bad. Or let's use 4. Ooh, that's too much. I need to go with 3. I didn't realize that. Maybe that's my problem. 3. Actually, I can't just throw a laser beam at him if the last one is nailed enough. In theory, this could kill him, but I may have messed up. I think I messed up. Let's go for 1 laser beam. There we go. That way the sprite will be able to absorb magic. Don't forget to roll back your splits. No, I'm okay with this. It's fine to point out that I failed on the mana beast. I did not mean to do that. Oh no, come on, stop it. This is a mess. We're not dead yet. Yet. Boy is dead. Okay, right has fully recovered now. This thing is spaced out, that's good. Alrighty. No! Ah, I made the same mistake again. Why is it uneven going that first? This cost me so much more magic than it should. I'm a huge turd. Maybe I should have leveled up Shade earlier. Oh, I thought he would be dead. You're dead here now, right? Oh, he isn't. Okay, now it's dangerous. You're dead now, right? He is! That acid rain would have killed me. Alrighty. Lady? Come over here. Lady, what are you doing? Stop it. Oh my god. The wolf are coming over there is worst case scenario pretty much. All because the lady needed to delay for no reason. It's AI. If it was at normal speed, I would have an exact plan of how to react to that. But here it's a way more frantic. It's a way more frantic. Alright, so I'm going to do this differently here this time. I'm going to revive the lady here. I have no more medical herbs, that's less than ideal. I'm going to tell the boy to stay away, but actually, stay away here and attack with level 3 charge magic. Charge attacks. I'm going to buff the boy here, and this should supplement the damage just enough that hopefully the sprite will be able to kill the boss with one less fairy, one not invested. We have only 2 left. Hang on a second. Haha, good thing I caught that. I need to go ahead and... So, the unfortunate portion is that the boy now already used up some of his charges, but it's only 2 MP, it should be fine. Alrighty, let's do this. When basically before I started the stream, I was wondering, I wonder if I can finish 2 of those runs in one go, but I feel like double speed is making me way too dizzy. Plus the music just doesn't sound nearly as good. Alright, here we go. Boy is freaking out over there. I don't think the boy managed to get in a single attack so far. That was too quick. Okay, one fairy, one not used on the sprite. Hope I can make it just stay at that one. The last one I would like to invest for the lady. Nice, that's a good hit for the boy. I have done this rather overall. This should be able to hit. Nice crit. Also, I want to avoid the damage on the boy using Glitchless here. Nope, don't cast now. I was still too late. Mm-hmm. 418. The boy should be able to finish it off in fact. Actually, I need one more critical hit on the boy. Bam! Got it. Oh, wait. Ha! I don't need to split here. So, I really wanted to make sure that we keep the magic for the lady in the end here. It's like shooting a machine gun at a pile of metal garbage cans. Yeah. Something like that. I can undo the last split? Yeah, naturally. You can. The timer keeps running, even if I accidentally split. Like, it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It just keeps running anyways. It's actually pretty good. I like that. So maybe I preserved my magic just a little bit too much, or more than necessary. We'll see. Mana sword unlocked. So, this time, granting the 3 critical hits on the boy here directly, and we move on. Yeah, I mean, you can accidentally split the last split, kind of like you can split accidentally any other split, so it makes sense for it to work that way. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, round 2. Fight. They're still surprisingly much faster than the Glitchless run. Magic faded. I'm just worried that I'm too late if I do this later. So, since we have enough magic, I'm going for one lucid barrier. This allows me to up the ante here. So, right. Actually, yeah, I'm going to let the boy attack all by himself. And I'll just support with the lady here. By casting spells. This is going to be too cycle in the end, but I think that's okay. As you can see, now it's max damage with just regular attacks pretty much. Oh wow, there was actually one that wasn't quite as much max damage. Just in case. Ah, it wasn't time. So apparently this is actually just on the threshold of dealing max damage without doing anything else. We could have technically one-cycled the Mana Beast there, if I were to go for the standard strategy, but I'm not brave enough to go for the standard strategy right now, honestly. So... every time I give him that. Alrighty, that was only 3 more hits. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it! Do you want to see the credits in double speed, or would you prefer it in normal speed? Oh boy. Holy cow. That was significantly faster than expected. Not just double speed was significantly faster than expected, that too, but the entirety of the run. More time speed, double credits, alright. 0.5 credits, wow. There's no 250% option, there's a 400% option. No, I'm not going to do that. This messes with my brain so much. Like, I have to admit, it actually makes me a bit seasick. I'm not sure that's the correct word for it, but you get the idea. Just because everything is so wrong. 4 times moon. That would be fun. Motion sick? Yeah, I guess that's what it's getting at. Although it could also be the thing that I'm drinking, which might not be compatible with my body or so. Like, I kept saying I should take a break. I probably should have, but I think it's going to be alright. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let us take a quick look at the straw poll. What is going to be on your mind for tomorrow? Currently, Solo Character Girl has the most votes, and one controller Glitchless speedrun record attempts is actually close behind, and Solo Character Boy, poor guy, is way behind. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not entirely sure whether I should just kind of take a break for today, so I can prepare for the 100% run. I have to admit, I didn't prepare much for it, and I would like to have it visually more pleasing for you guys than the last 100% run. Last 100% run, we just had a bunch of splits which didn't end up lining up. I was thinking in the vein of like what they had for the Iris percent runs, where they literally just had the individual items for marking. I kind of wanted to prepare a layout for that too, but didn't get quite around to doing that today. Also, I need to update the placement. And if it ends up actually being one controller glitchless speedrun attempts or Solo Character Girl or Solo Character Boy, actually it doesn't matter which one it is tomorrow now that I think about it. It's going to be a reasonably lengthy run. Also, holy cow, the boy is really speeding through this. More of a checklist than splits? Yes, exactly. But I want to have a visual representation for that on stream too. You should play a bit for 100% speed, just see if you break your brain for fun. Oh god. And the sprite is actually just a dot on the floor. Way too fast! Oh my god, we have a 2/3 moon. Ladies and gentlemen, we managed to pull through. I have to admit that was significantly easier than I expected it to be. I feel like for something like Secret of Mana, double speed is not nearly as bad as it is for the likes of Super Mario World or such. So there's that. It's extra windy. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Let's reduce the speed back to 100%. And see how that's going to work out. Actually, let's just load a save file. It's so slow. It feels like we are constantly underwater, just swimming in water or walking in water because everything is so slow. Like, the entire movement is just as if it was underwater. Yes, feels very slow. Oh my god, the menu. I just pressing the menus way quicker than they react. To be fair, it's kind of lagging down here, though that doesn't help. Oh god, is this slow? Yeah, this is normal speed. Like, it's so weird. Used to experience this going directly from playing Quake 3 to a couple of hours, then switching to Halo 1. Yes, actually, I definitely agree with you on there. Halo is so much slower in comparison. Halo 1 anyways, I've never played the later ones actually. Same phenomenon happens with Speedster on the street, so beware of speeding. Interesting, it does make sense though. Never thought about that. I wonder whether we can fuse those two guys together. I think he's one pixel to the left. No, that's too far. Now I need to sync them up. Can you sync them up? I don't think they react to me talking with them. They just keep dancing. You kind of miss fast music now, oh god. Yes, the plan is to play the 3D remake next week. This is what the Secret of Mana Gauntlet, a different challenge every day, is leading up to. Alrighty. Oh my god, opening the menu is so slow. Alrighty. Alright, let's do this. I don't know whether I can have 0.5 speed. Point 0.5 at 0.5 speed, yep. Oh! I accidentally a thing. I think that's okay. I'm alright with this. I'm alright with this. This is way too fast. Alright. This is way too fast. It turned into a Sonic game. It broke. What did I do? Well, what I ended up just doing right now was that I did not have the boy selected when I did a soft reset. You need to have the boy selected when you... Oh, let's stop doing that. That's just terrible. If you have the boy selected and you do a soft reset, start holding start select L and R for a few seconds. You do basically not wipe out which variables are where. So essentially, for some reason, if you hold start select L and R for a few seconds, this is terrible. Let's go back to normal. If you soft reset while having the lady selected here and hold start select L and R for a few seconds, it basically doesn't wipe up the information about what is currently happening. For example, that includes if I soft reset now, the game still remembers, oh, you have the lady selected and you are playing the lady right now, and that includes the intro cutscene. So you may have noticed that the intro cutscene actually didn't scroll at all in any direction. That is because normally the boy is your main controlled character and it makes the boy invisible in order to scroll through the cutscene and just walks him down or up through the screen, for that matter. And that's how they create the scrolling effect in the beginning cutscene. But because the boy was not the main character at the time, because I had the lady selected, AI controlled characters cannot scroll the screen, and the boy was considered to be an AI controlled character. And I could actually not swap over to him because I didn't have control over the lady since she was never in the party. But the boy was still also AI controlled, so what I did then is I pressed the B button while facing to the left, and I just interacted with the mana sword, which was still in the stone but way too far away. And when you do that, interacting with the mana sword when it's too far away, it basically freaks out the cutscene because it tries to center it in on the boy and between you and the sword, but that position just doesn't exist and it just keeps on scrolling forever. So it's the same concept now. I'm just doing a soft reset. You can still hear the music because I'm holding start select L and R for an extended period of time. You only need to do this for a second or two, not so long. And then I start a new game. And when you see that I'm starting a new game here, the cutscene will not scroll actually the screen. It just stays there. Normally here it scrolls to the left. Once again, the boy is invisible and he is just walking into the left side of the screen and can't move the screen because I am currently technically not in control of him, so the game cannot take him and move the screen of it. Since AI control characters, once again, they cannot move the screen. It's actually the same concept as to what is happening in the Kakara cutscene, And also to a minor extent in the cutscene just before you meet the rebels that go over to the Emperor when they are caught by the Emperor, where your characters move to the right, but because if you do not control the sprite in that cutscene, your characters don't go all the way to the right. They just kind of stop halfway because air control characters can't move the screen. And so here, you will see a weird little thing here. At the end, when the boy falls down the log, there will be the boy standing at the bottom, just basically he doesn't fall all the way, and the boy just kind of stands at the bottom for a second there, as if he was just weirded out by him falling himself or something like that. So here you go, the boy tries to fall, and he just stands there. Essentially the game swapped out the boy's model, that was an NPC on top of the log that fell, and then it swapped it out mid-fall in order to move him. And now here, I actually can't move the boy at all. If I press any directions, the boy tries to move towards where the girl or the sprite is, which is on the coordinate 0, 0, which is the top left of the screen. And he can't go far, because it's literally just, it doesn't work. The coordinates do not exist. And if I press the B button, I interact with the sword. And that essentially creates the scrolling effect. So you can just do this yourself. But they didn't use a parallel X screen. But the actual map with invisible character, yes, actually I have a demonstration for you for that one. Do I have a file with Frost? Yeah, I do. Alright, so there's this particular scene in the intro cutscene here, where it seems to scroll just slower. There is no way to make your character move slower in a cutscene outside of a specific trick. So essentially, the way they did that is in a very particular way. In, I think, the one after the next one, you see the screen scrolling kind of slowly up and down, or the background for that matter. So what they did there is they essentially have the background being shown without the rest. So here, this is actually moving in the background. So I can do a safe warp into these cutscenes here if I want to. And I can just walk on top of this. As you can see, the scroll speed literally corresponds to how fast we are walking across the screen. So the boy was basically just invisible and walking down here. Actually, I think he might have been half speed at that point. The game might have actually literally put a slow buff on him for the time being. Yeah, that looks more like it. Yeah. Hey, we found the mana tree, we win. You already missed the show. Hey, Karath. Indeed, we managed to get through this way quicker than expected. Giant's attacking the mana tree. Oh no. Greetings to you, sir. I hope you're doing well. Greetings to you, 25. It's not the Glitchless world record. That was double speed. That was double speed. Alrighty. Alrighty, for aforementioned reasons, because I need to prepare for the 100% run, and also because I actually do feel a bit motion sick still, I think we are going to close it out for today. Tomorrow will be a bit of a lengthier stream. Once again, if you'd like to vote what it is going to be tomorrow for kind of a stream, which type of challenge, it will be either solo character girl, one controller glitchless speedrun record attempts, or solo character boy, whichever you would like to see. Solo character, by the way, is literally solo character. Like, the other characters stay at the lowest possible level, we only use them if absolutely necessary. In the case of solo character girl, we need to defeat the mantis and with the boy, and then we get the lady, and from there on, the boy stays at level 1 until, well, we get rid of him, literally. Because there's a glitch where you can essentially make a snowman abduction and just delete our characters from the party. And that's what I'm going to be doing for the boy and the sprite once we don't need them anymore. And the rest with it will be played just with the lady alone. in that case. Or Solar Cactus Boy, well, the equivalent, except that after the Grand Palace we can finally delete the sprite and the lady as well. And that's that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching, for listening, for lurking, for being around, for being awesome. I highly appreciate that one way or another. It is a bit of a shorter stream. I would like to prepare, however, and also not be so motion sick anymore. Holy cow. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the show, and maybe until next time, take care, everybody.